in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with Matthew Lester. Plenty of clouds out there, a little bit of a breeze blowing those leaves around. Hopefully you're going to have a little bit of time over the next couple of days to take care of the outdoor activity. Either that or you'll more than likely have to wait till Sunday. But temperatures will begin to warm up. We're in the beginning throes of a warming trend. It's going to slack off just a little bit, but I think for the most part over the next few days, you won't mind the weather at all. Cloudy day and night yesterday, a little bit of a sprinkle overnight. It was early morning this morning when we saw some light freezing rain as the temperatures were pretty close to the freezing mark at a number of locations. And along with that precipitation, it was more like a freezing drizzle, a fog type of drizzle. But as we approached 6:30, 7 o'clock, the roads, for the most part, were uneventful, and the driving commute wasn't all that bad this morning. There's still some isolated spotty sprinkles, light shower activity in Michigan's Thumb, ranging roughly from the Bayport, Pigeon, Caseville area in a south-southeasterly direction, cutting across eastern Tuscola County and western Sanilac County, and then the other location being in the northwest corner of the lower peninsula. And across the upper peninsula, they're getting a little bit of precipitation as well. We owe it all to a low-pressure system over eastern Ontario. There's a front that did go through the state. It's in western Pennsylvania right now. So everything is pretty well moved out, which means if we can just get rid of these clouds, and we should this afternoon, we should not only warm up a little bit, come close to where we should be, but then overnight tonight, it'll be partly cloudy skies, and we'll be looking at sunshine tomorrow and sunshine on Friday. Matthew, right now, what are we looking at?
Well, over at the airport, it's cloudy at 44. Over in Midland, it's cloudy at 46. Here, Radio Center, it's also cloudy at 46. We have west winds at 16 miles per hour, gusting up to 22 miles per hour, and our pressure is at 29.69, and it's rising.
We will get a little bit stronger wind as we go into the afternoon, pretty much again from the westerly direction. Gusts up to 35 miles per hour, not out of the question tonight. Gusting up to 25 miles per hour, not out of the question for tonight and early tomorrow morning. As we go through the day tomorrow, we'll be looking at a west wind. During the day, 25 mile per hour wind gusts, more than likely. But then Thursday night, things will begin to calm down just a little bit. We'll drop down below the freezing mark for a low on Thursday night. And then on Friday, we're going to begin to warm up. We'll have more of a south wind becoming an easterly wind on Friday, but under 10 miles per hour, more like 5, 6, 7 miles per hour. So Friday looks like a pretty nice day, not only for sunshine, but temperatures and a very light wind. But as we move into the weekend, that's where things begin to change just a little bit. So our forecast, we should make it up to at least 46 for a high. We're going to need the sun to warm up any more than what we are right now. And I think we will have a glimpse of sun this afternoon. Partly cloudy skies tonight with a low of 32. Sun will set this evening at 5:14, rise tomorrow morning at 7:28. During the day tomorrow, sunshine 50 for a high, 30 for a low. And again, as I said, we'll still have that west wind to contend with during the day tomorrow. Moving into Friday, a partly cloudy start, but then mostly sunny skies for a good part of the day. 52 for a high on Friday, 36 for a low on Friday night. Where should we be? Well, 48 is the average high, 33 is the average low for this time of the year. Now, Saturday, we're going to warm up even more. Where we hit 52 for a high on Friday, I think we're going to come real close to 60 degrees for a high on Saturday. Clouds will be moving in, especially in the afternoon on Saturday. And there will be a chance of some rain shower activity later in the afternoon and the evening on Saturday and Saturday night. We're keeping an eye right now on a low pressure system, which hasn't even hit the Rockies yet. But this thing is going to come out of the Rocky Mountain areas like a shot and shoot right across the northern plains and eventually affect our weather later in the day on Saturday, which is going to be about 12 to 18 hours ahead of where we were thinking it would be even yesterday. The low pressure system is going to be moving right along, and it will move out on Saturday night, late after midnight. But again, there will be a chance of rain. Now, how much? Because the system is moving as rapidly as what it is, I don't look for a lot in the way of moisture. If we pick up a quarter of an inch, maybe 3/10, maybe in a few spots, I think that's going to be it. The best chance of seeing that rain, again, as I said, will be later in the day on Saturday and Saturday night. So if you've got activities that you need to take care of outside, Saturday morning, for the weekend anyway, is going to be the best on Saturday with mild temperatures. 39 for a low on Saturday night. So whatever precipitation we do get before things begin to clear off, it'll be just plain old liquid. Sunday, 48 for a high, so cooler. 28 for a low on Sunday night. Partly cloudy skies throughout the period. Same thing holds true for Monday. 45, 46 degrees for a high, 28 for a low on Monday, partly cloudy. But then the clouds will be moving in, and there will be some moisture on Monday night and early on Tuesday. Given the fact that there's a chance of moisture and that the temperatures will be right around 27, 28 degrees, there is going to be that chance of having some frozen precipitation as it looks right now on Monday night. But Tuesday, mostly cloudy, temperatures around 42 degrees. But then that's when the warm-up begins. Starting with right around the 17th of the month all the way through the 25th, we're looking for our temperatures on average to be above for this time of the year, precipitation values to be average. Record high in this state is 68. That was set back in 1927 and tied in 1964. The record low, 8. That was set in 2019. The coldest ever 12th of November was in 2019. 26 was all the warmer we got, and 8 was our low. The warmest ever, 1964. 68 was our high, 52 was our low. And the most snow for a 12th of November, you got to go back to 1995, 2.1 inches of snow. That's a look at the weather as we see it right now. A whole lot more coming up. Matthew, who's on deck?
Coming up next, we have Cody Harris from Star of the West, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
Well, before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at RoofMax. AskBenHow.com. That is the email, or that is the website. The telephone number is 989-859-6751. Now, why am I directing you to those two, the website or the phone? Because now is the time to make sure that you do get a free roof assessment. And if there is going to be roof work that has to be done, Ben can schedule it for you, and you can get it taken care of. You don't want to put things off, especially if there's a question about your roof. And in some cases, there might not be a question about the roof. It's just nobody walks around very much up there to see if there's anything wrong. Well, Ben has a product called Roof Max, and that will save you thousands of dollars and one big headache, because that process restores the flexibility and extends the life of your roof. So if your roof has got 24, 25 years, you're going to tack on at least another, 5, 7, 8 with the Roof Max product. Just like you maintain your equipment, your roof needs care too. And Roof Max does deliver, because a little care today is going to save you a whole lot more tomorrow. AskBenHow.com or 989-859-6751. Along with us, Cody Harris over at Star of the West. And Cody, I hope I didn't wake you up. I'm looking at these markets and there ain't much happening at all, is there?
That's a good way to point it, Terry. There is not a lot happening today. It's awfully quiet here this morning, midweek. Not really a lot of news out there. I think traders just awaiting the final release of the November WASI report on Friday. I think it's been a long time coming for that. So I think everyone's just kind of waiting to see what kind of numbers we're getting, since we haven't got any reports since, late September or so. So I think everyone's just kind of position squaring, just kind of holding tight until that report comes out on Friday.
Well, yeah, because it's been a while. We've had a lot of changes as far as harvest goes, and numbers that were projected, and how far off they might be. Would you say this particular report could be a wild one?
It has the potential to be, and maybe not just on the numbers that the USDA puts out, but like you were saying, kind of that lack of information leading to this point, just to get some information may cause a little bit of a shakeup, or the market might try to figure out what direction, or if they've been or the market's been, I guess, maybe guessing at this point what those numbers could be. So that's kind of what everyone there, the consensus is they got some expectations that maybe have a little wider range than in the past on that. But it definitely has the potential to be, if there was definitely some shocking info coming out in this report.
We've got a lot of private reporters that are out there. And I guess I'm just really curious if the government is going to even come close or agree to the numbers that we're hearing from some of these private folks.
That is definitely the magical question, because that seems like the data that everyone's been running off of. So I think that difference you're seeing between those private reports and what the USDA reports is definitely going to be what drives that market come Friday for sure.
Now, do we have any more big reports before the end of the year, Cody?
We do have the December WASI report that's slated to come down, and we have a year-end report also in December that comes out. But those usually aren't too big of market movers, I would say. Usually we have the data of this November report will kind of give the data to maybe set the tone for those two. But we do have a couple more before the first of the year happening this year.
So right now on the board at Star of the West, what do you have, Cody?
Yeah, right now, like you were saying, it's pretty quiet. I have cash wheat. I'm going to call it unchanged at the moment. 521 on the white, 446 on the red. Looking over at new crop 2026 wheat, that's also unchanged. 563 on the white, 478 on the red. Looking over at corn, cash and new crop corn, I'll call it up a penny at 378. And then look over at soybeans, I'll call cash and new crop soybeans up a penny as well at 1043.
Cody Harris, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Have a good day. Thank you.
I will. You too. A little bit more in depth as far as what the markets are doing. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining me right now. The market report brought to you by Thumb Bank, serving agriculture since 1895. They've got 13 locations throughout the Thumb in the Great Lakes Bay region. And a lot of folks right now are doing some chatting about what they should be doing with some of these crops. Should they be selling them, taking the cash? What should they be doing? Well, the folks at Thumb Bank will be more than happy to answer some of those questions. Industry trends, changes in your operation, those are all factors involved with determining what direction you should go. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. Market report also brought to you by Legendary Tree Care. You need some trimming done? How about tree removal? Some of you want to take all the branches off of the trees. It's the only way you're going to get the leaves off of them this year. Legendary Tree Care is who you should be talking to. No job too big, no job too small, fully licensed and insured, and they do specialize in those big projects. Legendary Tree Care, MI.com is where you could go, or like them on Facebook. Doug Klein, good morning.
Well, good morning.
How are we looking?
Insane.
Really?
Absolutely.
Boy.
Well, crude oil, I'll say, is screaming down 4%, but the metals are all up, silver being the biggest, up 4.5%. The Dow Jones hit an all-time high today, but not the NASDAQ and not the S&P. They're both down. General Motors hit an all-time high today in the $72 range. That makes me baffled. Again, insane. But J.P. Morgan and Goldman Sachs both screaming up unbelievably. Apparently, they're making a lot of money trading and betting on markets, which way they go, and all that stuff. So,
wow.
So that's all good, right?
Wow. Boy, it sounds like not much direction going on here.
Man, it's just like you're good for today. If you're right today,
that long,
yeah, you got all day to think about it.
Ouch.
Yeah, grains are super quiet. Energy, like I said, is getting beat up, and the metals are going way higher. So, here's your numbers: December corn 433 3/4, up 1 3/4. The March corn is 448, up a penny. January soybeans 1128 1/4, up a penny. The March soybeans 1138 3/4, up 3/4. December wheat is 536 1/4, up 1/4 of a penny, and the March wheat is 552 1/4, up a half a penny. Crude oil is 58.49, down $2.50. That's because Trump wanted to drill off of the coast of California, but they don't realize that Newsom said absolutely not. So this is going to be a battle of the two dingbats fighting it out for drilling rights in California. Heating oil is $248.16, up or down 9.5 cents. Gasoline is $196.19, down a nickel. Natural gas $3.94.5, that's down 0.6 of a penny. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar. The U.S. dollar buys $1.40 Canadian, down 14 ticks. The dollar buys 154.69 yen, up 54 ticks. The euro's at 115.93, that's up 13 ticks. And the dollar's at 99.46, that's up 2 ticks. Gold's at $4,200 an ounce, up $83.50. Silver's $53.08, up $2.34. Platinum's $16.3420, up $35.90. Copper's at $512.70, up 7.9 cents.
Okay. Well, you were right. Wow. Pluses, minuses, you name it. We got it all today.
Yeah, the only sleeper is grain, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, they got a big report coming up on
change.
Friday, so that'll change real quick. Doug, have a good one, okay?
Okay.
Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Kryjak's House Family Restaurant. Got to supply the food for an event coming up. I got the number for you. 989-894-5531. That's it. You give them a call, tell them what you got, how many people you're going to need to feed, and they will have a great menu available to you to choose from. And the food, boy, you will be a hero at your event. Corner of Cass in Michigan on the south side of Bay City. Kryjak's House, also a great place to dine in. Matthew, coming up, who do we have?
Coming up next, we have Scott Dumas from Nutrien Ag.
But first, this.
It happens after every commercial building gets built.
That looks great, boys. Wow, what a change. The owners are going to be thrilled.
Even after cleaning out the garage or shed. That leftover scrap metal can be a burden, but it doesn't have to be, and it can make you some cash. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal is a metal recycling company that'll pay you cash and recycle your metal for the future. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal also makes it easy. We can provide containers for industrial manufacturing facilities and small specialty shops for moving and storing scrap metals. Looking to scrap a vehicle? We got you. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal in Saginaw, just north of the Dow Event Center. Also located in West Branch, 1 mile off I-75 and M76. Schedule a car pickup or check metal prices now at rifkin-co.com. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal, recycling today for tomorrow.
Friday, bonus pricing has been extended at Rifkin Steel.
At Beta Seed, there's a science to breeding confidence. Each hybrid we release represents a decade of research and testing designed to drive yields, manage disease, and perform in your region and on your farm. Our breeders never stop pushing for what's next, creating hybrids that deliver more value with every generation. Because confidence isn't claimed, it's proven. Learn more at betaseed.com. Beta Seed, breeding confidence.
Along with us, Scott Dumas with Nutrien Ag. Scott, good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, we're keeping busy. I would imagine you are too. But I got to ask you, you guys, I'm sure, have been selling a lot of seeds so far. What are you seeing as far as intentions go? Are producers just more or less looking at about the same, or are they buying a little bit more of one thing or another?
No, so far it's been pretty close to business as usual, keeping rotations the same.
So at this stage of the game, guys had a pretty good fall, right?
Yeah, I think overall it went pretty well. There's still, a little bit of crop out there, but I think overall growers were surprised by some of the yields that they received. In the absence of the moisture that we didn't get, the rain that we didn't get, there were still pretty good yields out across the acres.
Any particular varieties that you folks are involved with, Scott, that were, pretty good this year?
Yeah, we've seen some good results out of some of the soybeans we carry, as well as some of the corn. I was looking through some of the plot results just this last weekend, and there's some of those plots that over 300 bushels out of dryland corn, and it's going to take that to pay for everything with the current markets the way they're at.
Well, I guess so. Now, shortages of product. Have you heard any word yet? We did have some about a year ago, didn't we?
We did, but I haven't heard anything here lately about any type of shortages. But we've got a long ways to go between now and the actual planting season. So best way to do is plan forward and just make arrangements to have everything that you need.
So right now, what farmers should be looking at is what, Scott?
Planning. Put a crop plan together and see just what you will need going into spring, so that all that can be put in place, ahead of time, not the day that everybody wants to go to the field.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's some incentives out there too.
There are. Right now, I'll just say it, there's a lot of good financing options, and I say good because some of the stuff we have offered is 0% interest, and with that, that's pretty lucrative compared to some of the other options that are out there.
Yeah, it sounds like everybody is getting a little creative because they have to.
Yeah, everybody's in this together, and we want everybody to succeed, and to do that, we have to work together.
Scott Dumas, always good to talk. You take care. Probably won't talk to you before Thanksgiving, but if we don't, have a happy holiday, okay?
Thanks, you too, Terry.
All righty, Scott Dumas with Nutrien Ag. On deck, who do we have, Matthew?
Coming up next, we have Craig Voorhees from the Rummel Insurance Agency.
We'll take a quick break and then join Craig. Experience the most reliable RTK signal from PC Ag Solutions, compatible with most GPS receivers. Trade in your old radio or modem and get an affordable subscription through us. We have over 25 base station locations across the Lower Peninsula, and we're always looking to add more to our network. Discover more power, more accuracy, and more coverage with our 450 megahertz signal. Call us to learn more today. PC Ag Solutions, 989-868-4444.
Every farmer has their reason for why they do what they do. For Beck's, it's faith, family, and farming. Since 1937, the Beck family and family of employees have been committed to honoring God and helping farmers succeed. Farming is full of extremes, and we face the challenges with hard work and steadfast determination, delivering quality line of products backed by legendary customer service. We look forward to standing by your side, supporting you as you live out the life you were meant to live. Beck's, when it comes to farming, we believe in something more. To learn more, visit BecksHybrids.com.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. Well, everybody's been talking about it. Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency that Everybody is just about done, which means if you got some halfway decent weather, some nice weather, it might be a good idea to clean up some equipment and put it away, right?
Right, Terry. I know some folks are waiting for that temperature to be above 40, kind of like it is today, but maybe with a little less wind. And then they're going to break out the power washers and start getting that equipment cleaned up and put away for the winter. And that always makes an inviting home for critters that we really don't want moving into our equipment, but they always seem to find a way. And you usually don't discover that until the spring. You go to fire up something and there's a raccoon that's made a nest somewhere, and man, all of a sudden you got a busted radiator and a whole bunch of expenses to deal with. So you want to make sure when you meet with your agent this winter that you're talking about that coverage, because it's not an automatic piece for every insurance company. Some it is, some it isn't. So you want to make sure that if one of those critters moves into your equipment over the winter, that you got the coverage you want.
Yeah, they love wires and belts and all that stuff, don't they?
Yeah, they sure do. And I was told once by a mechanic that with the new insulation, is some of it is soy based on those wires, and that makes it even more inviting to those animals we don't want around.
Boy, I guess so. Craig, you take care. Have a great day. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
I will do that, Terry. Thanks, you too.
Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. We'll be right back.
You can't do the same thing and expect different results. So here's some advice. Change the seed and you'll change the game. Zitavo soybean seed is the seed you've always wanted. It's been tested again and again, going through at least 12 quality control protocols because 11 wasn't enough. All to ensure that you get consistent performance from every seed that can pay off with better soybean yield. Zitavo soybean seed is ready to raise the bar for soybeans. Are you? Learn more at xitavosoybeanseed.com. Always read and follow label directions.
For 100 years, Forward Energy has been more than just a home heat and fuel provider. We've been a part of your community, and you've been a part of our family through every storm, every season, and every moment. We've been right here, keeping you warm and safe. As your hometown energy provider, we deliver more than just propane. We deliver peace of mind with reliable service, quality you can count on, and a commitment to always being there when you need us most. Forward Energy, 100 years strong, fueled by family, powered by community.
Farm Service has been brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain, your Dairyland Seed headquarters. Serving you is their business. They've been doing it since 1983, Freeland Bean and Grain. We now conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem, brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coin in Bay City.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Steve Kathan. Newly released emails